Let's go to what? Tex Johnson in Texas. Tex, are you there?
Yeah, first of all, you got to take that damn cowboy hat off and stop talking about the damn Cowboys. You understand me, son?
Well, who are you?
You understand me, son?
Who
Jerry
is
Jones
this?
don't need to do nothing,
Who
and the
is
coach will not be fired. Cowboys Nation forever. Now, you went on your little laugh rant last night laughing at the Cowboys. You better stop, son. I'm telling you right now.
What's your problem? This is my show. I do what the hell I want on my show. They think Garrett deserves to go, and that's that.
Listen, I know you got a big old fancy house up there in New York, New Jersey. I got some horses that can come do some business on your lawn if you like.
Whoa. Who is this?
My name is Tex Johnson, sir.
Hell no. This is you, isn't it, Shaq? This is Shaq. Shaq, that's you, ain't it?
This ain't Shaq.
Yes, it is. Oh, hell no. I can't believe you. I can't believe
my Cowboys. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, really? Since when did you become a Cowboy fan?
Right,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not some dude, Tex Johnson. This is Shaq.
This ain't Shaq. I love you.
Yes, it is. Oh, my God. You tried that? You actually tried that with me? Oh, you think I wouldn't recognize your voice? That's pathetic. Who put you up to this? Who put you up to this, Shaq? He hung up. Oh, I'm going to get him. That, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. That was Shaquille O'Neal. With his, he trying to be slick. Carlton, you're live with Stephen A. What's up, man? Go ahead, Carlton.
Yesterday, Stephen A., we witnessed the worst performance by a defensive coordinator in the history of the NFL playoffs.
Gus Bradley?
So disgusted. Yes, Gus Bradley.
Oh.
I called you and I called Will Kane last week, and I told you exactly what the Chargers had to do to win this game, and they did the complete opposite. I told you they needed to take their fastest, best tackling safety and just mirror James White out of the backfield, and then you double Julian Edelman and make Tom Brady beat you down the field. Do you know this year, Stephen A., that James White had more yards after the catch than Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Kamara on the Saints, Thomas on the Saints, Kelsey on the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs? He catches the ball on average 1 yard down the field, Stephen A. He had 87 receptions this year, and it was for 88 yards before the catch, and he goes for 667 yards after the catch in the regular season.
And had 15 catches yesterday. 15.
He and Edelman had 179 yards in the first half, Stephen A. The Chargers were playing a soft zone. He's catching the ball in the backfield, and there's not a Charger defender within 10 yards of him. Over and over and over again. Same with Edelman. Edelman's a slot receiver. He's catching the ball 5 to 6 yards down the field, and all of the safeties and DBs are further down the field.
8 of his 9 receptions were for first downs. 8 of his 9 receptions were first downs.
26 of Brady's 34 completions yesterday were to the backs or Julian Edelman. He threw for 8 completions to either the tight end Gronkowski, who only caught one ball, or the wide receivers. All you had to do was defend the backs, primarily White, because he had most of the catches for the backs, and double Edelman. It's just so simplistic. In 4 out of the 5 losses this year that the Patriots had, Stephen A., I told you this last week, James White had 31 or less yards catching the ball out of the backfield. Patricia knows how to defend the Patriots. Vrabel knows how to defend the Patriots. That's how they beat them this year. James White had nothing out of the backfield. What was Gus Bradley looking at? Wasn't he looking at the tapes of how to beat the darn Patriots?
He was asleep.
So pathetic.
It was pathetic. I gotta go, Carlton. I appreciate the call, but I can't wait. Let's talk tomorrow because I want to hear what you think Kansas City's gonna do with Andy Reid and Bob Sutton, because they certainly can't do what the Chargers did. It was an absolutely deplorable defensive performance by the Los Angeles Chargers. They were embarrassing because they were so transparent with what they do. They told you what they were gonna do all week with this 7 DBs, and they did it, and it worked to just imperfection to the highest order. Hour number 2 up next with my man Damian Woody, Stephen A. in the house. 888-SAY ESPN. That's 888-729 3776. You're listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio, ESPN News. Let's go right to the phones before hour number 2. Remember, my man Damian Woody is coming on to start off hour number 2, so stick around. Don't miss that. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Trayvon? You're live with Stephen A. What's up, Trayvon? How are you?
Trayvon in Woodbridge. Stephen A., I was going to ask how you're doing today, but I know with that Dallas loss, you're on cloud 9.
It is a lovely day. I mean, it is a lovely day.
To ear.
Do you see how beautiful? You see how beautiful New York is looking today? I mean, the sun is shining, the skies are clear blue. It's beautiful.
Oh
day.
Man,
it's beautiful.
I just want to say though, real quick, Stephen A., that Scott Linehan, he needs to get out of there.
Oh.
I mean, the biggest play of the game was that 4th and 1, where we decided to rush it right up the gut, where it's been stuffed all day, where we have a mobile quarterback, where a play action or any kind of rollout, RPO, anything that should have been used all season, if there was any time to call it, right then and there, Stephen A.
That was true, right. But here's the thing. Here's the bad news. You have a guy in Jason Garrett who's only won 2 playoff games in his career as a head coach, who's once suffered back-to-back-to-back losses at the end of a regular season game, who should be in with the division title on the line, who should be in no position to speak about anybody's job security because he shouldn't have any himself. He goes on Dallas radio this morning and declares that Scott Linehan, the offensive coordinator, appears to be safe and he doesn't anticipate any changes. He told this to 105.3 The Fan on Monday that he expects the offensive coordinator to return for another season. So there goes that, Trayvon.
I read that as well. Stephen A., if I dropped a Dorito on Jason Garrett's shoulder, this man still wouldn't have a chip on his shoulder. This man, after every loss, smiling ear to ear. And then one last thing I want to say.
Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful for him. You know what I'm saying? There's not a care in the world. Go ahead.
Last thing I want to say is I don't think my man Dakota Prescott is getting any of the credit that he deserves, and especially from Cowboy fans.
Well, you can say stop it. He lost. This ain't the day to be celebrating him. He lost. Now, he didn't have a bad game. He wasn't awful, but there was easily a pick 6 that he got away from because Ubicam dropped the ball, okay, on that throw in the flat to the left. I mean, that should have been a pick 6 and a touchdown. So just stop it. I mean, the reality of the situation is that Dak Prescott can ball. He deserves his money. He deserves our respect, but it's not as if he's flawless, and it's not as if he's elite. He's not there. And now it might be because of your offensive, because of your offensive coordinator or your head coach or the combination of the two. But nevertheless, that is the situation right now. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Let's go to Harvey. You're live with Stephen A. Harv. How are you?
Stephen A., what up, man?
How you doing, man? How do?
I'm all right. And life is still good. But I want to ask you, how come you don't call the game straight up the way you really feel? How come you just to say the Cowboys going to get their butt kicked?
Because I didn't feel that way. I thought that the Cowboys had enough talent, and I thought that the Los Angeles Rams, absent Cooper Kupp, was going to make things very, very interesting because I don't like the way their offense has been looking. You got to remember, coming into Saturday night's game, Cooper Kupp is out for the year, and we looked at Todd Gurley, who was coming back from injury, and we didn't know how healthy he would be. So you got a guy in C.J. Anderson that had been cut 3 times already in the last year. You had Todd Gurley, who had questionable health. You had Cooper Kupp, who's out, okay? And Jared Goff had arguably the worst month of his career under Sean McVay. So the combination of all of those things combined with how Dallas's defense was looking led me to acknowledge that, Dallas has got a pretty damn good chance of winning this game. I don't think they'll do it. I'll be damned if I pick them, but I got to confess that talent-wise, particularly considering, the obstacles that they wouldn't have to face due to injuries or whatever, put them in a good position to pull off the upset. That's what I did.
I'll just ask you, how come you just say Dallas going to get their butt kicked?
Okay.
I got one more
Excuse me. I answered the question. I answered the question quite thoroughly, I might add. Now go to your second point.
Now, let me tell you this, sir. You got a new fan, okay?
Go ahead.
You got a new fan. My woman is crazy about you.
Well, wait a minute now. I don't know if you should be saying that.
Yeah, because you know why? You know why she's crazy about you? Because she don't like the Cowboys, and she hates the Cowboys.
Well, here's my problem. Are you ready for this? Because you're a Cowboys fan, right?
Oh, the Cowboys fan.
Let me finish. I asked, you got to answer. You got to work with me, man. You're on my radio show. Are you a Cowboys fan?
Yes.
All right, and she is not, right?
Yes.
Are you ready? You want me to blow you away with this statement?
What?
It's more important to me that she loves you than if she loves me. I will concede, my brother. I am rooting for you. Listen, you have suffered enough. Your Cowboys lost Saturday. I don't want you to lose your woman too. So tell your woman, I appreciate the love, but I would rather her take that love, that fervor, that momentum, and from me and transfer it all to you. I want you to have that love.
God, ain't no doubt about it. I'm going to have it forever.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. Frank, you're live with Stephen A. Talk to me, Frank.
Hey, Stephen A., how you doing?
I'm great. I'm fabulous.
Good.
Fabulous.
First, let me say, you're really an encouragement to me and my 4 sons. I just love seeing intelligent black men on TV. So God bless.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. God bless you as well.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. I've been a Cowboy fan since 77. A little birdie told me that Jerry Jones listens to these national talk shows. So I just want to talk really, really quick as if Jerry is sitting there listening to me. 20 years of mediocrity. If any other general manager suffered through 20 years of mediocrity, Jerry Jones, you would have fired him. You need to fire yourself.
But he won't.
You need to
He won't.
back.
So he won't. So let's be realistic about this. He won't. And in fairness to Jerry Jones, he has put together a pretty damn good roster.
Stop operating with your heart and use your head. And if you can't do it, then step back and allow Steven to step in there and do it.
Oh, well, stop right there. Stop. Whoa. Hold on. If it were up to Jerry Jones, Johnny Manziel would have been there. Instead, it's Zach Martin. You think about some of the other personnel moves that have been made, Jerry Jones has supported that. Yes, Jerry Jones definitely is problematic, but you haven't brought up the biggest reason why he won't get rid of Jason Garrett. That's like an adopted son. That's the problem that Jerry Jones has. He won't get rid of Jason Garrett. That's what he needs to deal with.
You're exactly right. And see, I'm just asking that Jerry Jones, put yourself in the fan's shoes. I know you've seen that show, Undercover Boss.
Yeah,
Jerry
but he's
Jones,
not going
to. Go undercover, and you need to see what these fans are really dealing with. We spending our hard-earned money for what? For mediocrity.
Well, why you keep doing it? It ain't Jerry Jones' fault. Why you keep doing it? When's Dallas Cowboy fans going to step up then? I mean, you can't blame Jerry Jones for you being that sucker that's going to continue, and I'm not calling you that, I'm just speaking generically. If you are a Cowboys fan with the kind of complaints that you are articulating, then maybe, just maybe, it would behoove you not to be so supportive as long as he's going to support mediocrity.
I'm going to the games because it's just utterly ridiculous. I work too hard for my money to be spending it to watch a mediocre team.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Mediocre team in Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about them Cowboys? 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Back with more of your calls in a minute. You're listening live to Stephen A. ESPN Radio. By the way, if you missed my opening segment, go check it out as well as my entire show on demand in the Stephen A. podcast, brought to you by the new Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% cash back on dining and entertainment, 2% at grocery stores, and 1% on all other purchases. What's in your wallet? Boy, I would love to be a spokesperson. I know my man Samuel L. Jackson is phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of Samuel L. Jackson, but I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind being a spokesperson for Capital One. Me being able